Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am. Am I my brother's keeper? Yes, I am.
Nino Brown Boxing, and I'm back in the building. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Tonight, Saturday night, I just wanted to make another video after the whole Anthony Joshua Joseph Parker fight. And my thoughts on, I guess it's the second part to the video I just recorded. How do I feel? How do I feel right now? Man, I wish I could do a live stream. I guess I gotta get my followers and stuff up. But for this point in time, let's talk. So after this fight, me personally, I feel like Anthony Joshua's confidence is definitely gonna drop. One of his big boosters and confidence that he was already lacking was the fact that he's knocked all of his opponents out. Now, since Joseph Parker seemed like one of the heavyweights that most people didn't necessarily take that serious, the fact that Anthony Joshua did knock him out is gonna put Anthony Joshua in a position where, you know, his confidence is definitely gonna drop. And that's only gonna have a negative impact on the Deontay Wilder fight. But outside of the whole Deontay Wilder fight, I feel like, I don't know, I just got this strange feeling that Anthony Joshua is gonna start acting out. Not like an Adrian Broner. I don't see that. I feel like Anthony Joshua is too mature for that. But it's just like he's gonna be on some weird shit. Like the way he conducts himself in the media, seem like from this point out, it's just going to be so obvious that this guy is uncomfortable and something is on his brain and something is bothering him. It's just going to be very apparent to the fans. It's going to be very apparent to the media, and it's just, I don't know, man. It's just like one of those weird feelings that I have. We all have those moments where we have like a weird feeling something is about to happen, and it definitely goes down. Well, this is one of those times for me. Now, when it comes to, you know, this feeling that I'm having, I feel like it's going to start affecting Eddie Hearn in a certain way. It seems like Eddie Hearn, Eddie Hearn is smart enough to definitely know that he can't ride Joshua's coattail forever. And the career of a promoter is a lot longer than the career of a fighter. So with that being said, it's like, at some point, Eddie Hearn is going to have to find a replacement for Joshua. Or he's going to have to find someone that is just as good, just as popular, you know, someone that is as easy to promote as an Anthony Joshua. And when the time starts to come along, what I believe is going to happen, Anthony Joshua is going to start acting out. I feel like that's going to be the prime time where we're going to start seeing, Anthony Joshua is going to see Eddie Hearn's true colors. It's just like fighters go to different points in their career when their confidence is low, especially off of a loss, so they're knocked out. But in this case, Anthony Joshua, he didn't get the knockout against Joseph Parker. He didn't seem extremely confident after the fight. He did want to speak on his performance. He said, you know, that's up to his coaches and that's up to his trainers. And it's just odd to me. I'm like, okay, I understand that you are the fighter. You're the one in the ring. You have the ability to criticize yourself and make adjustments based off your personal experiences, and your coaches and staff, they have the ability to criticize you and make adjustments based off what they observe. Like Anthony Joshua, you as a fighter, you don't have the vantage point that they do, but they also don't have the same vantage point as you. So the fact that you're not speaking on it, to me, that's a whole nother red flag in itself. But outside of the whole confidence thing, I feel like Deontay Wilder is going to become a lot more verbal. That combined with Anthony Joshua not being as confident, it's just going to make matters worse. It's just going to get to a point where basic wordplay and playing off of semantics is no longer going to help Deontay Wilder. It's no longer going to help Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn duck the whole Deontay Wilder question. It's going to become clear to all of the fans, and it's going to become extremely frustrating. I feel like it's either the truth is going to come out. We're either going to find out that it's Anthony Joshua, or it's Eddie Hearn, or possibly both. And when it comes to that exact detail, when it comes to that one specific fact, we'll have to wait and see how all of that plays out. But I definitely see Eddie Hearn putting his efforts into overdrive when it comes to finding a second guy to Anthony Joshua. You know, the time is definitely coming. Anthony Joshua, I still see him more so now being knocked out by Deontay Wilder. And the day of this vicious knockout, like, it's slowly approaching. They're going to try to stall it out. They're going to try to avoid it. We already know it's going to be a lot of talk post Joseph Parker Anthony Joshua fight. And the first thing they're going to start with, they're going to play the whole, you know, I just came off of a win. I won the WBO title. Now I just want to rest. I want to relax. I want to spend time with my family. That's what they're about to play on for the next few weeks. Then after that dies down, you know, they're going to try to push the Dillian White issue until Eddie Hearn gets to a point where he realizes, like, okay, he's not going to bite. Then after after Eddie Hearn realizes that he can't convince Deontay Wilder to take that fight, he's going to try to go the whole WBC mandating it and making it happen next. Once he finds out that the WBC is not going to take that route, that's when I feel like all the real shit is about to start happening. It's either going to happen for the best. When I say the best, I mean the best for fans like myself. And the possibility of the fight actually taking place is going to dramatically increase. Or it's going to take a turn for the worse, and we're going to have these magical injuries come out of the woodworks, and Joshua has to take some time off. And, well, we all know Joshua has never done this before, so don't think it's not legit. This is the first time. You know, he's a young, active champion. You know, all of the rhetoric they're going to start spitting out if that was that type of thing was to happen. Now, if it did happen, it's not to say that it can't be true, but the likelihood of it all happening and it's all on the up and up, I feel like it's slim to none. I feel like it's going to be, for the next couple weeks while they're pushing the whole let him rest up and spend time with his family, they're going to be strategically planning how can they duck Deontay Wilder. What new excuses can they develop? They know they have dumb fans that's willing to believe anything when it comes to that fight. They'll believe whatever Eddie Hearn tells them. So they're going to try to find new approaches, different angles, and different talking points, and different way to avoid questions when it comes to Deontay Wilder. And for a short amount of time, they're going to be successful. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way boxing works. But then, you know, we're still going to get the talks about the Povetkin. Let's not forget, Povetkin just got a vicious knockout today, and that's just going to be another contributing factor to the whole ducking Deontay Wilder campaign. And it's just, man, it's annoying, but the end is slowly coming for Anthony Joshua. And honestly, I really prefer Anthony Joshua to take an L to Deontay Wilder over Povetkin. Like, that has nothing to do with no bias against Anthony Joshua and no favoritism for Deontay Wilder. I just can't stand Alexander Povetkin. And if Joshua was to lose and he was to be if he was to have a night where he's unfortunately not the better man, I'd rather that be in a ring with a fighter like Deontay Wilder rather than the drug cheat like Alexander Povetkin. But we all have to wait and see how everything goes down. Obviously, it's unfortunate that Anthony Joshua couldn't give us a timeline, a very definite answer. He could have clearly said, I want Deontay Wilder next, 2018, undisputed baby. That's it. Drop the mic, walk off, and leave it at that. But he didn't choose that route. You know, he wants to play around it, but we'll see what happens. I still think the guy's confidence is going to be at an all-time low after the Joseph Parker fight. But we'll see what happens, guys. This is Dino Brown Boxing. Shout out to the LDBC. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Peace.